Welcome everyone to the Discover Orange Bowl and what can be considered another David versus Goliath matchup between the number 2 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide and the number 23 West Virginia Mountaineers. For Alabama, they've been rolling through the BCS playoffs behind the star running back Trent Richardson. He has just been dominating the game from start to finish, and Alabama, they've blown through conference champion after conference champion all throughout the BCS playoffs. They took down NIU, the MAC champs, in the opening round. They dealt with the ACC champions Clemson in the second round, and now they meet up with the Big East champions West Virginia. And for the Mountaineers, they're going Nike Pro Combat here today, hoping that'll spark a big win for them as they picked up a win over the Big Ten champions Wisconsin, and then went on to do battle with the ACC's Florida State Seminoles out in the Outback, and they got the win there. We've already seen one David take down Goliath, and there's your other David, Geno Smith, who's been kind of the heart and soul of this West Virginia team throughout the Bowl Championship Series playoffs. He's had to make plays on his feet, with his arm, through every which way to help this West Virginia team out, and now it comes down to this. We figure out who our last Final Four team will be. The Crimson Tide, who are trying to make it to the All-State BCS Final Four for the first time since 2009, where they were upset in overtime by Arizona. And for West Virginia, they're trying to get there for the very first time, and we have a flag. Face mask, so that's not going to help their cause, West Virginia, as the Crimson Tide will start some great field position, and it's been Trent Richardson who's been dominating for Alabama all throughout the Bowl Championship Series playoffs. 200 yards rushing in 2 straight games, and Trent Richardson, oh my goodness, there he goes again. Can anybody slow this guy down? A 60-yard touchdown run, first play of the game for the Alabama Crimson Tide, the winner of Running Back of the Year. Bulldozing over defenders, and as we said, West Virginia, they went Nike Pro Combat tonight, trying to spark something in this team because they had to come from behind against Wisconsin, and they had to fight with Florida State. They're hoping that they would spark a big start. Well, that is not a big start, and they're going to have to start from behind. So now we'll see how much passion, how much energy this Geno Smith has in him. Alabama, the highest remaining seed left in the Bowl Championship Series playoffs. We are at the Discover Orange Bowl, part of the Elite Eight. These Elite Eight games have been awesome, and it's just really neat to see in these playoffs. And Trent Richardson, who? How about the running game there from Dustin Garrison to pick up the first down? But it's just cool to see how the stage grows as Alabama started off at Ladd-Peebles Stadium. A win there. And Geno Smith with the completed pass over the middle. A win there for Alabama sent them onto the bigger stage, which was the Georgia Dome. A win there sent them on to an even bigger stage here in Miami, here at the Orange Bowl. Geno Smith to take off. First down for West Virginia. They took on, they went to Ford Field, opening round game, the Little Caesars Pizza Bowl. A win there took them on to the bigger stage in the Outback Bowl, and now the bigger stage here, the Discover Orange Bowl. Smith runs again, and he's doing everything he can to keep his Mountaineers in this game. They know it's going to be a tough task. Although they are Big East champions, this Alabama team is powerful, and we've already seen what they can do. Garrison gets it down to the 21, 22-yard line. We've already seen what Alabama can do against conference champions. But for West Virginia, hey, we got a chip on our shoulder. We took out a conference champion ourselves. 4-yard pass completion, Geno Smith tosses that one over to Alston, the backup running back, who's in there for a tired Garrison. The winner of this game will meet the Virginia Tech Hokies in the Final Four. That game will be at 8 o'clock next week. Third down, 3 yards to go, incomplete, and the Bama defense, they let the Mountaineers drive, but they don't let them get in the end zone, so it'll be a chip shot 30-yard field goal for Tyler Bittenkurt, and it's good. So West Virginia somewhat able to answer that initial surge by Alabama. We hope you're having a happy New Year's Eve, tuning in to watch some college football bowl action. As soon as this one is over, we can tell you Happy New Year's, as we're getting closer to the 12 o'clock hour and rolling into 2012. Screen pass. And it was a screen passer out to number 4, and of course, that is Marquise Mays. Second down and 4. Trent Richardson staying on his feet. He has been so tough to stop here in the Bowl Championship Series playoffs. I mean, this guy has just been incredible. Hand off to Richard. No. A.J. McCarron will throw it. That makes him 2 for 2. Mays has it, and Mays is down to the 20. We know that this team is human. We've seen them lose this year. We saw them trail in the Chick-fil-A Bowl to Clemson. But you see them play, and it just looks like that they're going to be impossible to stop. The number 2 seed in the nation going up against number 23. But we've already seen number 24 take down number 1. So who knows? Richardson takes it, and Trent Richardson gets stopped. So that's proof that he is human too, because he's only able to get 2 yards on that run. Second down and 8. Another handout to Richardson, and they get him. Down he goes. He's going to lose a couple of yards. And he was tackled by Bruce Irvin. Third down and 12. McCarron will be forced to throw it towards the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. So you slow down Trent Richardson, huh? Well, Alabama will just do this through the air. Williams coming down with the touchdown grab. Michael Williams. And the Tide are set to go up by 2 scores, 11 points. Kick is up, and kick is good to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Score again on their second drive of the ball game. They lead West Virginia. They've been in this hole, though, before. West Virginia down by 21 points to Wisconsin. They scored 24 unanswered to come back and win that game. They're not quite in the 21-point hole yet. But we've seen this team do it before. We've seen them do some amazing things. Geno Smith throws the ball, almost intercepted. How about the vertical leap by Miller? D. Miller, defensive back, sophomore. Second down and 10. Pitches to the outside to Garrison and can't get past the line of scrimmage. Third down and 10 for Smith. He's got to get out of there, and he's not going to do it. It's going to be a sack. Josh Chapman, the senior defensive lineman from Hoover, to come down with the quarterback sack on Geno Smith. And after letting West Virginia drive on the opening drive, the Crimson Tide defense comes up with a stop, a 3 and out. And now the offense can get the ball back and they can really do some damage on the scoreboard. Mays will get it just past the 50-yard line on the return. So look at how short this field is going to be for Alabama. Trent Richardson, they're keying on him now. The one thing that did happen for West Virginia is they started to key in a big way on Trent Richardson, and then through the air, they got dominated. So we'll see if that comes to effect on this drive. It will not. Batted down pass. So 3rd down and 12. First 3rd long situation we see the Crimson Tide in here tonight at the Discover Orange Bowl. And there's the throw, incomplete. So how about the 3 and out stand for the West Virginia defense, helping the offense out just a little bit. And that was with a really short field too. That easily could have been Alabama touchdowns. Football bounced into the end zone, which means there'll be a touchback, and which means Geno Smith gets another shot at trying to drive his Mountaineers back down the field as they're trying desperately to win the field position battle. It's being won by Alabama. Short pass by Geno Smith. I think it was number 1 that got it. That would be Austin with the grab. This should be the final play of the first quarter. Smith is pressured, gets rid of it at the last moment. It's completed. First down and stays on his feet to the 50. That's Austin, I believe, to the 20. 10. That is Austin. How about that? In the face of pressure, Geno Smith throws it at the last minute. Pressure. Smith finds his man. Austin. Watch, breaks the tackle. Boom. No, I'm not going down, says Austin. And the rest is pure speed. And the West Virginia Mountaineers have cut the deficit down to 5. Wow, this is what the Bowl Championship Series is all about. The heart and the passion, the energy used by these student athletes because they want to be national champions. They are down. I mean, we are down to just 5 teams. And then soon we will be down to 4. West Virginia wants to be one of those 4 as much as Alabama wants to be one of those 4. So now, as the gap starts to close, as we enter into the second quarter, how did the Alabama Crimson Tide respond? Well, we are about to find out here in Miami.
West Virginia is lined up for the kickoff. Number 4.
And the Tide will get the ball around the 31-yard line from the return for Marquise Mays. Give it to Trent Richardson, and Richardson's going to break one. Nice 8-yard run by Trent. I mean, that wasn't even Trent Richardson. That was just pure blocking. You see what a good young man that Trent Richardson is. Helping people up off the ground, stuff like that. He is a really respectful and classy individual. On the outside pitch, I don't know why you would try to force Trent Richardson to make up more ground by pitching way to the outside. And you see the end result, a loss of 5 yards. 3rd down and 7 for Alabama. A.J. McCarron. All day, over the middle, finds a wide open receiver, nearly staying on his feet as they move into West Virginia territory, and the football caught by Darius Hanks, the senior. The Tide have scored on 2 out of 3 possessions, trying to make it a score from 3 out of 4 possessions. Big Al doing what he can to get his team back into this game. Well, I mean, they're still in it. They're just trying to increase the lead. They're at the 45-yard line of West Virginia. They fake it to Richardson, and instead they give it to Marquise Mays, and that's a great decision. I like that play calling. Nick Saban going deep into the bag of tricks to get 8 yards from Mays. And now Richardson hurdles, breaking tackles. Trent Richardson, touchdown number 2 for Richardson. How good has he been in the BCS playoffs, and now on the big stage, the Orange Bowl, he keeps on rolling. Wow. So the Tide pull the lead back 21-10. And they're just letting Trent Richardson do a whole lot of running. Think of the Heisman candidates we have that are already sitting in the Final Four when you think of how good Andrew Luck has been for Stanford. Garrison with a really good run for 8. You had David Wilson on the Virginia Tech side. He's been running the ball amazingly last couple of nights. You got the whole Texas defense. You got Geno Smith here. Trent Richardson. I mean, stars are born in the Bowl Championship Series playoffs, and I'm impressed with Geno Smith because he does not give up. He shows heart and passion and energy and refuses to give up, even when times are looking tough for his team. 2nd down and 9. They are in Bama territory, just out by a yard or so. Fakes it. Smith. Open receiver. And it'll be out of bounds. So 3rd down and 8. They will get a couple of yards, but it will be out of bounds. I'm not even sure how you can tell where the hash marks are on that big Orange Bowl logo. They're going to run the ball on 3rd and 8 to Garrison, and he will get stuffed for a gain of 0. Dante Hightower, you see there, very excited. And now West Virginia will be forced to punt it away. But they begin to win the field position battle as the ball just rolls into the end zone. As they come up with a nice drive, and now you push Alabama kind of far back towards the 20. A.J. McCarron, quarterback sacked. He was brought down by Julian Miller, senior from Columbus. Now it'll be 3rd down and 12. They give it back off to Richardson. Trent Richardson gets the 1st down. So on 3rd and 12, he's able to race forward and pick up the 1st. McCarron, incomplete throw. Brings up 2nd and 10. They're in 2-minute drill mode now. Over the middle, has his man, 1st down, Alabama. And here comes the no huddle. Down goes McCarron. He will get sacked once again by Miller. And Alabama will use a timeout. To the far side of the field. Is that going to be caught? It will. Mays diving down to catch the football. Oh man, did not touch the turf. How about that play from Mays? Trying to get my bearings here. Scooping the ball before it hits the ground. And now Richardson will throw it. He'll screen it out to Eddie Lacy. That's unique, certainly. And the whole West Virginia sideline's wondering what the heck is that. Second and 8. A handoff to Richardson. Just past the 30 goes Trent. Third down and 8. Another handoff to Richardson. He breaks free, juking and jibing down. And that's touchdown number 3 for Trent Richardson. Is there any defense in the BCS playoffs that can slow Trent Richardson down? Right now it appears that the answer is no. 3 touchdowns in the first half by Trent Richardson. (28-10). Alabama over West Virginia. Still a minute though for Geno Smith's team. Still have 2 timeouts. That's a lot of time to get some points, especially having to only go 70 yards. Smith heaves it. There's the catch down to the 35-yard line. Just as we said. With McCarty that caught the ball. McCartney. And we're moving right now. West Virginia is moving. They're refusing once again to give up. Fake it to Garrison. Smith over the middle. Has his man, and they're going to get the ball close to the 5-yard line after that face mask. Dante Hightower, the veteran, the senior veteran leader of this defense. Who would have thought that he would be the one to come up with the blunder? Geno, end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Austin, who got the only other touchdown for the Mountaineers today. The fight in West Virginia, absolutely refusing to give up. On the option, out to Garrison, stays on his feet, but doesn't gain anything. 3rd down and 10 for the Mountaineers. It's going to be intercepted. Oh man, he came out of nowhere. Geno Smith's going to try to cut him off, and he can't do it. A pick 6. For Alabama, for a defensive player that came out of nowhere. It's defensive back Robert Lester. He literally jumped up out of nowhere and stole the ball from Austin. Geno Smith tried to get him, couldn't do it. And Lester with the interception all the way to the house puts Alabama up by 30 24-10. A 25-point lead for the Crimson Tide here in the Discover Orange Bowl over West Virginia. Well, we head into the locker room. The Mountaineers have just a little bit of work to do. We're going to send it up to the booth to Reese Davis, Mark May, Lou Holtz, and we'll get you caught up on all the first half action as we will be right back. Welcome back to Miami, to the Orange Bowl. And Game Track will get you caught up on all that's been going down in the first half. It's been the Trent Richardson show once again. That's all you can really say so far. For West Virginia, though, they've been in this spot before. They're down 25 now. They were down 24 against Wisconsin and came back to win that, or they were down 21 to Wisconsin, came back and won that game. Do the Mountaineers have another comeback left in them? Well, they already find themselves in a hole on that first play, losing 2 yards. Smith hits his man, gets out there. I think that was Bailey, Stedman Bailey with the reception. Inside handoff to Garrison. Blasting past the 50-yard line, making it a 2nd down and 3. Another handoff to Garrison, and he couldn't get through. He was looking, and his offensive line did a poor job of opening up the holes for him. And then when he finally did go around, they were Crimson Tide players. 3rd and 2. Empty set. Caught for a 1st down. So how about the opening drive for the West Virginia Mountaineers? If you're West Virginia, you would love to get that 7 points back you gave up before the half. But you can't think about that right now. You just got to keep moving as they are. If you're Alabama, though, you got to keep the pressure up. Maybe you let them score once or twice, but your offense has been great. You got to keep that moving. Don't let that slow down at all. Option play, Smith ripped down. And he spikes the ball out of frustration. And this is the first time I've really seen Geno Smith letting his emotions out in the wide open. He's been the silent leader for this team. He needs to keep motivating. Pressure. Smith gets it out there, much like how they scored on the first time earlier today. The pressure came and Smith just heaved it. And now towards the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. What an opening drive for the Mountaineers. Geno Smith through the air, and he hooks up with Ryan Nealon for the touchdown. And here comes the point after attempt. And the kick is good. So West Virginia, they are staying in this one. They are refusing, as they have done all throughout the BCS playoffs, refusing to give up. It's an 18-point game. Plenty of time for West Virginia to score 3 more touchdowns. But now if you're Alabama, as we said, you got to keep the pressure up. McCarron just throws it. Interception. Ill-advised throw. I was wondering, staying on his feet outside of the 30, and I was wondering, not only not starting it off with a Trent Richardson run, but what the heck kind of throw was that? Intercepted by Pat Miller from West Virginia. And now the Mountaineers really have an opportunity to close the gap, down by just 18. Could this team be the comeback kings? The Cardiac Mountaineers. Geno Smith's got to watch the pressure. He's able to get it away. I've been impressed with Smith to where the pressure comes to him and he's able to get the ball away, but he's still able to complete passes despite being under pressure. And this is, I just looked down and saw, this is Geno Smith's hometown. Miami, Florida. So, I mean, this is his backyard. He wants to come out with the win. 3rd down and 6. Smith will take off. Oh, man, not going to happen. Down goes Geno Smith. Very good job from Damian Squire to come in with the tackle, to come in with the sack, but don't let your frustrations boil. Kick the field goal here, and it's still a 2-score game because you can score, get a 2-point converter, you're right back in this thing. So, I mean, West Virginia's in this. Alabama, they've had one possession in the second half, one play, and it was an interception. I would not be surprised to see them just go right back to Richardson, try to get the flow of the game going back their way. Okay, I'm very surprised. They're going to let McCarron throw it again, and he's able to complete it, though. So you got to give A.J. McCarron some respect in that aspect, able to get it out to Darius Hanks. Hanks was just waiting for him, and that was a rocket shot from AJ. Brand new set of downs, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the pistol, maybe they'll give it to Richardson. They will give it back to Trent. Trent's juking and jiving, and he'll get 8 yards. It's just been, look at the blocking that Richardson has had, though. That's been a big part of why he's been able to run the ball so successfully. Is his offensive line just doing an amazing job at blocking. The football is right on the crown of that orange, and these teams want to be kings of college football. Incomplete pass. Both of these teams are 3 victories away from being the kings of college football. The success for Alabama, 4 for 5 on 3rd down conversions. Will it continue? To Trent Richardson. And no, it will not. West Virginia into the backfield to get the stop on Mr. Richardson, Mr. Dominance. Matt, no, it wasn't. There's 3 24s on West Virginia. I did not know that. That was Smith, though, that came in with the tackle. I was trying to figure out who got the tackle there. But there are 3 24s on the West Virginia team. Crazy. Everyone wanted that number. I guess they just handed it out. So 1st and 10. Geno Smith on the outside. Handoff. Has an opening. Down to the 40. Still on his feet. Just outside of the 40. Down to the 39-yard line for West Virginia. How unbelievable is this team if they can make this comeback happen again? Geno Smith on the option, tosses it out to Garrison. Garrison bulldozing down the field to the 39-yard line. West Virginia trails this game by 15. Fakes the handoff. Play action. Over the middle. Wide open receiver inside the red zone. They are down to the 15-yard line, or are the Mountaineers of West Virginia. Geno Smith out of the pistol. The handoff to Garrison. He's got an opening down to the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 5. Another handoff. Garrison, 1st down. 1st down, West Virginia. They give it to him one more time, just short of the end zone. Maybe they will get one more playoff here in the 3rd. It's going to be cutting it close. I do not think they will. They will not. Whew! Folks, I don't think I have to tell you twice. Do not go away. It's a 15-point ball game. West Virginia's come back from 21 before. They are down 24 this time. And they're trying to make the comeback happen. They are on the goal line, looking to punch it in. Trailing by 15. Smith will take it out of the gun. He'll option it. Throws it to Garrison. Touchdown, Mountaineers. So they finally, after trying to run it up the middle, realized it wasn't going to work on Alabama. So they decided to go as far outside as they could, throw it. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And now, will they go for the 2 or will they wait? They will go for the 2. They will try to cut the lead right now down to 7 points. Handoff to Garrison. That wasn't in? Oh my goodness, how was that not in? His ball was clearly across the line. Maybe we'll see a review. Oh my goodness, I don't know how that wasn't in. We've seen a couple of questionable play calls in the Bowl Championship Series thus far. But that one might rank pretty high up there. Game Tracks is going to run you through the dominance of Trent Richardson. 3 touchdowns in the ball game. We'll see if he can lead his team to victory on this drive. 13 rushes, 155 yards, 3 touchdowns. It's just a 9-point football game. A.J. McCarron had a wide open Marquise Mays. Only problem was he was out of bounds. So 2nd down and 10. West Virginia defense has come up big time here in the 2nd half after letting Alabama run all over them in the 1st. A.J. screens it to Richardson. Stays on his feet and finally brought down after only getting 2. So 3rd down and 8. For the Crimson Tide, they're starting to lose momentum right now. They need to pick it back up. They do not want to hand any bit more of momentum over to West Virginia. This is it, 3rd down and 8. And A.J. McCarron goes down. And the momentum continues for the West Virginia Mountaineers. Terrence Garvin, the defensive back, the junior, just blitzed his way right through the line. Took down A.J. McCarron. And trailing by just 9, Mountaineers will get the ball back. First and 10. And that is caught. I thought it might be intercepted, but no, it's caught at the 41-yard line. 4 minutes to go. They need to score twice. Smith going down the field. Incomplete. And if West Virginia loses this game, by just 2 points. Without a doubt, there will be a controversy over that 2-point conversion call. Smith is pressured, and Geno Smith will go down. He's been able to get it away quite often while under pressure, but this time it didn't happen for him. Courtney Upshaw with the quarterback sack. And now we see truly what the Mountaineers are made of on this 3rd down and long. 3rd and 17. It's caught. No, it is not. Out of bounds, so this is it. The game is on the line for West Virginia. 4th and 17. To decide who's going to the Final Four. Geno Smith heaves it. First down. Yes, it is for West Virginia. First down catch, and they stay alive. The season remains alive for West Virginia. Smith, under pressure, throws it away. Out of bounds, so the clock will stop with 3:25 to go. 3 minutes, 25 seconds. West Virginia can see the end zone. Wide open catch. While the pressure has been good on Smith here on this drive, the backs, the secondary, have done a poor job of covering the wide receivers. Geno Smith towards the end zone, incomplete. And again, we hate to dwell on the past, but how much would Geno Smith and West Virginia love to have back that interception return for a touchdown at the end of the second quarter? We cannot forget about that, because it's been a huge factor of why Alabama has the lead right now as Garrison takes the handoff for 8 yards. It is 3rd down and 2 for the Mountaineers. Hand it off again. No, not going to happen. I think they're going to go for the field goal here on 4th and 4. Go ahead and make it a 6-point game. They are not. They are feeling this is clutch time. They hand it off to Garrison. Not going to happen with your season on the line. You take the football out of Geno Smith's hands, and it doesn't work out. And now you have to think, a questionable call. Why not go for the field goal in that situation? Go ahead and cut your deficit down to 3. Cut it down to 6, and then you maybe get the ball back. Who knows? I'm not the coach. That's up to the whole coaching staff, but they're going to stop Richardson again. And now it'll be 3rd and 6. There might still be hope for this West Virginia team if they can come with one more stop, but if Alabama gets the first down, I think we can all but assume they're going to the Final Four. Richardson gets stopped way back at the 4-yard line, so timeout will be called, and they should get the ball within Alabama territory off of this punt. Yes, they will. They have it at the 40. So West Virginia, their season is not quite over yet. Game tracks. Geno Smith is your topic of discussion here for this Game Tracks. He's been doing his thing, his heart, his energy, his effort of trying to lead this West Virginia team on to the Final Four, 300 yards passing. They say that teams from the Big East can't play football. Well, Geno Smith's trying to prove, yes, we can. They will go under center. Drop back. Great pickup of a block by Garrison, but it will be batted down. The pass will be batted down at the line of scrimmage and will fall incomplete. Second down and 10. Smith has his man out of bounds, so that will stop the clock. And it's Nealon with his 5th catch. They are at the 25-yard line, still have 1 timeout remaining. Towards the end zone, incomplete. Incomplete pass, and again, Gino's having to pick himself up off the turf. That's how much pressure this Crimson Tide team has laid on to Geno Smith. For Alabama, they have gone scoreless here in the second half. Another end zone throw. Touchdown, West Virginia. They are right back in this one. And now the controversy begins on the two-point conversion. Not only that, but the fact that you didn't go for a field goal on your last time out. Because if you had, West Virginia would have the lead right now. So a lot of controversy to be had, but I think in the end, never mind the two-point conversion call, you maybe should have gone for the field goal on your last try, but well, let's not think about that right now. It's onside kick time. This is the ball game for West Virginia. It's a free ball, and they kicked it way too far. Alabama has it, and the comeback may fall just short for West Virginia. All kinds of elements went into win or lose. You think the Geno Smith pick six, if that didn't happen, West Virginia would have the lead, as Richardson will get stopped. If they had kicked a field goal on the last drive, instead of going for it, West Virginia would have the lead. It would at least be a tie game if maybe that odd call where the two-point conversion didn't happen. But it doesn't matter anyway, because Trent Richardson on touchdown number 4 will score. So even if had West Virginia gotten the lead, there's a good chance that Trent Richardson does something like that. What a game this has been, the Discover Orange Bowl. How about the effort by West Virginia trying to come all the way back? But it appears that their efforts will fall just short as Richardson runs it in. And could you imagine, what if Trent Richardson, by mistake, by scoring that quickly, goes back to cost his team? What if West Virginia takes the ball, scores, get the onside kick, score again, and win this thing? Who knows? We got a minute now. But Trent Richardson honestly does it again. 4 touchdowns in this game. It's got to be close to 200 yards rushing after that run, which would be his 3rd game in a row here in the BCS Playoffs at 200 yards rushing. Well, the Mountaineers find themselves trailing once again, down by 9. Geno Smith will run the ball, needs to get out of bounds. Well, that'll at least stop the clock. And it looks like they're just going to spike it. Yes, they will. It's a 9-point football game. With 1 minute to go and no timeouts for the Mountaineers. Completed pass, first down, will stop the clock. They will down it again. I don't think anybody can deny the heart, the effort that West Virginia has shown here tonight. Sure, Alabama, they've put out some great heart and effort themselves to put up 42, but West Virginia, when you think of the Wisconsin game, when you think of this game, completed pass, this team absolutely refused to give up any time, any ball game. This team stayed in it. And you got to think of the heart, the effort that was put in to these wins and this loss by Geno Smith. He's a junior. Maybe he'll come back for his senior year, and I think if he does, West Virginia might be a team to be reckoned with. Amongst the controversy of West Virginia going to the Big 12, the lawsuits and everything, they put together an awesome product on the field of play. Smith towards the end zone, incomplete, so it'll bring up 4th and 10. And this will truly be it for West Virginia. And now they will go for that field goal. So, all right, now they're going to settle for the field goal, which they maybe should have done earlier. Did he make it? He made it. So now it's a 6-point football game. And they will go for the onside kick. And now Trent Richardson starting to be a little nervous now, thinking, maybe I shouldn't have scored so quickly. All right. Here we go, 6-point football game. Onside kick about to be attempted. The last one was really poor. Oh, West Virginia got it. Oh my goodness, West Virginia got the football. 25 seconds to go. Let's hold everything. West Virginia got the football, and now Trent Richardson's feeling really nervous on the sideline for scoring that quickly. Geno Smith heaving the ball, has an open man down to the 40. Inside the 40-yard line, this is going to be one of the most improbable comebacks in college football history. They spike it with 17 seconds to go. Oh my goodness, this could be one of the most improbable things ever seen in the history of college football. Smith. Oh, you can't take a sack in that situation. They got to bring everybody back. Less than 10 seconds to go. They're going to spike it. They're going to try to spike it. With 2 seconds left, this will be the final play of the football game. It all comes down to this. Geno Smith. Throw it, Geno. Oh, man. Smith goes down. The offensive line can't hold. And the improbable comeback falls just short, thanks to the quarterback sack from Brandon Lewis. I think for the Discover Orange Bowl, for 3 out of 4 BCS Elite 8 games, they say that playoffs won't work because the big-time bowl games want the best matchups. They don't want to rely on a playoff situation. Well, I think in the end, 3 out of 4 Elite 8 games, from the Orange Bowl to the Fiesta Bowl to the Rose Bowl, were pretty outstanding games. What an ending that was. That's one game I will never forget. You just saw the play of the game as Alabama wins by 6, and it was that interception return for a touchdown that took 6 away from West Virginia, and it gave 6 to Alabama. Trent Richardson, your player of the game, he nearly blew it for his team by scoring a little too quickly there. Oh my goodness, Geno Smith, how about the effort, the guts, the determination? And again, so many things circle through your mind if you're on West Virginia. The 2-point conversion. Maybe we kicked the field goal earlier on that last drive. The pick 6. So many things could have made this go West Virginia's way. But we got to say our congratulations to the GoDaddy, the Chick-fil-A, and the Discover Orange Bowl champions. As Alabama, not to take anything away from Alabama, you love to see a good comeback, but Alabama, the team that truly deserved it, they pick up the win. They are the highest seeded team going to the Final Four, and for the first time in BCS Playoffs history, we have 2 teams ranked in the top 4 that are in the Final Four. The Crimson Tide of Alabama, they take down one Virginia team in West Virginia, and now they battle another. They will go on to do battle with the Virginia Tech Hokies. It'll be Frank Beamer versus Nick Saban in the Sugar Final Four. Let's roll some stats at you, which I'm sure the numbers will be astronomical. A.J. McCarron was 9 for 15 for 249. Trent Richardson 1 for 1 for 2 yards. Geno Smith 24-35, 400 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. In his hometown of Miami, what an effort, what an all-around effort that he gave from the Wisconsin game all the way to this game. I earned a new respect for Geno Smith here in the BCS playoffs. Garrison, 19 attempts, 76 yards, but the man who did it on the ground, Trent Richardson, 18 attempts, another 200-yard day, 4 touchdowns. On receiving, Mays was your leader with 4 grabs, 75 yards, and Ryan Nealon, 6 catches, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. Defensively, Garvin was your leader, 8 tackles, 1 sack, and Alabama, the defense came through late when they needed them to on that last drive. to sneak away here with a 6-point victory. And finally, our team stats. 21 first downs compared to just 7 for Alabama, and a part of that was not Alabama playing poorly. It was the fact that Alabama scored on so many long plays. They didn't need to get a whole lot of first downs. Total offense, 496 yards to 336. 400 passing yards to just 151. Third down efficiency, if they had been a little better there, this game also might have been different. Red zone efficiency, 4 trips, only 1 touchdown, 1 field goal. That also hurts the team when you lose by just 6. Couple of turnovers each. And then you look at the total yards, 657 to 472. My, oh my. I mean, what more can be said? Tell me that you're not excited next week. It's going to be Alabama, Virginia Tech, and it'll be Stanford, Texas, as well as the NIT championship. And then we'll know who is going to compete for the national title. We hope you have a happy New Year's. We're going to close it off with, of course, what else but brackets. Preview your games for next week. And then we'll bid you farewell and hope you have a happy New Year. Our last remaining conference champion has fallen. Congratulations to the Crimson Tide of Alabama. They took down 3 conference champions on their way to the Final Four, going to the Final Four for the second time in 3 years. And there you see your picture. It will be Stanford against Texas, champions of Bracket 4 versus champs of Bracket 1. And then 2 versus 3 as Alabama does battle with Virginia Tech, SEC, Big 12, ACC, and Pac-12. And let's take a look at what your day is going to look like. It's going to be Saturday, January 7th, 2012. I believe we had that wrong on the end of the last game. As Stanford and Andrew Luck goes up against Case McCoy and the Texas Longhorns. That game is at 1 on ESPN. And then we get the fans out of the stadium. We do preparation on the field, get that ready for the primetime game. Normally there'd be a big gap in between and no football, but now you can go over to ESPN2. The NIT championship game, the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl, Rutgers versus Virginia. That will be going on ESPN2. Back on ESPN1 will be coverage of the BCS playoffs in this upcoming game in prime time. Number 2 versus number 11, Alabama versus Virginia Tech, the All-State BCS Sugar Bowl Final Four, and the winners to compete in the national championship next week. Hope you have a happy New Year, and we'll see you then.